friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. So I know my background changes every time, but like my whole home is basically a YouTube background, so it is what it is. But I found some more Transformers and some I didn't even know that I was looking for, and I just had to share because I'm that way. So I found one of my favorite Autobots, Cup. If you don't know who Cup is, I guess he's technically Gen 2, but you got a glimpse of him in Gen 1, and he has a pretty significant role in the original Transformers movie. But he's kind of like that old, wise mentor, but they're robots and they don't age. So I'm like, how is he old? But he sounds old. Or I'm not trying to be rude, but like just that one that gives the sage advice. So that's him, and he is also another one of the studio series from the 1986 character models. And like I said before, I love these character models. It's just what I gravitate towards. Like there's some shows where they've redone the look and feel. Like back there, you see my Fruits Basket poster. Like I love the new Fruits Basket, mostly because they finished the story. If you remember the original anime, that what was that 90s, early 2000s, that original anime didn't finish the story. Like it stopped at a weird point. And it was like, more please, and there wasn't more. So sometimes redesigns work, and they were still true to the character forms. I love what they did with Sailor Moon. I have a whole Sailor Moon hoodies here, wall scroll there, and I got all the dolls over there. I will show you my whole collection of Sailor Moon one day. But I love what they did with Sailor Moon Crystal. You can tell that in some spots, that outsourcing of animation, some of it's janky in spots, but it has more of the look of the manga. And I personally like that. I don't have the time to read manga like I used to. I mean, thankfully I've got, the iPad apps and Crunchyroll and all that. And I can, if I'm on a trip or something, I can maybe, scroll a few pages. But I love the look and feel of manga because it's more exaggerated than anime, because once they take drawings to turn into animation, it typically has to become a much more clean look, if that makes sense. And that kind of imagined movement that you get in manga, comics, or even if you're reading a novel, it's a different media. So it was nice to me to see the old look come back, and the story was more in line with the manga. I'm noticing that with a lot of reboots that are coming out, because a lot of times in the original shows, it was more about mass marketing. Like, yeah, your cute story in these magazines and graphic novels, people liked it, but will it appeal to the masses if we put this on a big TV network and the rest of that? And that's why stories change. I mean, that's just the nature of it. I was a theater and English major. Right now, I'm in school majoring in the science of communication, and we're learning about media law, mass marketing, and all that kind of stuff. And the reason media changes from written to drawing to visual to a blockbuster movie or whatever it is because the target audience and how you make a return on that changes. So you have to do what's right. As much as we want to always, just the original way is the only way it can be done, that might not be the profitable way to have the art put out there, because if you don't make money, you can't do these things. So anyway, that's a whole other discussion for another day. But I like the original character models. Some of the newer Transformer stuff I'm okay with. Like there's a couple of the Michael Bay designs I'm like, yeah, I like that. And there's a couple I'm like, you went a little too far. But here's another one that I'm super happy I found. This was not a store find. So actually, you know what's funny? With Cup, I found him at the store. I wasn't even looking. I just perused the toy aisle every time I'm there. And he was sitting there and I was like, oh, I gotta get him. Well, then I was in the checkout lane and my mom called me to get her something. And I set it down to pick up my phone because I had a whole bunch of stuff in my arms because, I decided I didn't need a basket, and I left him sitting there, and I was so mad. And I immediately, like, when and I could have just gone back in the store and got him. It's not like well, there probably are, they wouldn't order it, but I was like, how many people at that particular store was looking for this figure at that moment? So I probably could have just walked myself back in and got it, but I didn't. So he got Amazoned, but Amazon's got real good at recommending stuff to me. And that's how I came upon Astro Train. I am so happy. This is right up there for me anyway with like Omega Supreme. These these robot designs that are designed to carry other robots, because, you know, he turns into, you know, essentially like he's like the Skylinks of the Decepticons. He turns into a transport vehicle for all of them. And I've always loved his design. I've got an Omega Supreme. My next big scores that I want a Skylinks and a Metroplex, both very expensive. But I don't have any kids, so I can afford that. So I'm super happy with him. But then I got one more, and I wasn't even looking. I promise you, I wasn't looking for anything. It just, Amazon knows me really well. And this is a good one. This is a good one. He's getting unboxed. In fact, let's go ahead and unbox him right now because he's so spectacular. Y'all, it is a Coronation Starscream. So I've got a few of these of this series, that these bigger statues, figures, because he still transforms, but he's going up as a statue. I have a few more up there. So Optimus Prime, I have a big Rodimus Prime, and then a Bumblebee that are this kind of same bigger model, and there's no plastic. Like here, I don't mind leaving him in the box because I can see him. I can't see him. And plus, this is one of those that's never going to go away. I'm always going to keep this figure. He's never being sold. He's not going to auction or anything. So what say we just go ahead and open him? I'm looking around for my scissors. Fortunately, there's only one little piece of tape keeping this closed, so shouldn't be a lot of box damage to get it open. Because, you know, even if, you know, you're going to take something out of the box, don't destroy the box, because you never know. Oh, you never know what the future holds. I am so happy with this. Let's check him out. So there he is. And honestly, he's got a little bit different design to him. Looking over, I've got another Starscream from the Bumblebee series. A little bit different. Again, this is that classic Transformer look. And I'm happy because they made it a little bit easier to get them out. That's part of the problem with, you know, some of these figures we love. You get it, and you can't get it out of the stinking box, you know. But I appreciate the work it takes to put all of these in here. I'm just untying all the little bands that are holding it in here. Why aren't you cutting them? Because that's part of the box. And if you ever, you know, I don't plan on ever selling him, but if I did, the more pristine you have the original elements, the better for you and the resale market. That's just how it works. Of my Sailor Moon doll collection, only one of them doesn't have a perfect box because the rest of them I bought when I was young. Starscream's throne! Oh, that's the best. I bought them when I was younger. So they all, for some reason at 13, 14 years old, I didn't take them out of the box. I've never been a take an action figure out of the box person. But I left them all in the box, and I have a wonderful, complete Sailor Moon doll set. I have all the Scouts, including Sailor Saturn, perfect in the box. I didn't get Sailor Saturn until I was like 19. It was a gift. And I think that was one for like $70 on eBay, but she's a brand new in the box, never been opened. That doll alone is worth the whole collection together. But I even have I have 3 versions of Sailor Moon. I've got her, you know, as Queen Serenity. I've got her as just Usagi. I've got Tuxedo Mask. I have all of the outer Scouts, the inner Scouts, yeah. And I have 2 complete sets. I have the big, like, what are they, like the 11-inch dolls, and I also have the 6-inch dolls. 2 complete sets, yeah. So the 90s were good to me, and early aughts. So here he is in all of his glory. Fully articulated. I love a fully articulated feature. We're not going to try to transform him right now because that might make me mad and I'll embarrass myself. But I do love the scale of the throne to Starscream. That's awesome. And then they have his cape. When I looked on the box, it looked like the cape was actually cloth. But now that I'm seeing it in the packaging, it's not cloth. This is It's plastic, which honestly is better. Let's see where his cape goes on here. I can't really tell. I should probably look at the directions. I'm guessing this is the crown. I'm guessing. So let's give it an open and see. Little ASMR for you. Oh, yep, it's all of his weapons. So we've got his royal regalia. So remember, he like put the little purple things on his legs. His blasters, more blasters, but we do have the great little crown. Does it fit? It's gotta fit. If it doesn't fit, I'll be so sad. Oh, it fits! Oh, I got it. I got it. The question now becomes, how does this fit on here? Because I don't see a spot in the back to clip the cape. And the cape is kind of the best part. Is this where it goes? I think this can't be where it goes, is it? Well, maybe it is. Okay, hold up. Watch me fiddle with this. Is that where it goes? Oh, I guess from the front angle, that's what it should look. Okay. Yeah, I'm here for it. So we've got our throne. We've got our Starscream with his cape flowing in the breeze. So how do his little leg guards go on? Hold up. Pulling the box up. Let's see what we got here. Oh, no, those are shoulder guards. I was wrong. So these are shoulder guards. So this is so much fun. You're too old for this. Yeah, adulthood is really about getting all that stuff your parents couldn't afford when you were a kid. Let's be real. So, enjoy what you enjoy, you know? I mean, some people are made happy by sports. Sports fanatics go all out for the stuff they love too. Some people are made happy by cooking. I love to cook myself. I still want to do cooking videos. I need another camera and I haven't made the investment yet. Some people are made happy with art. I know a lady who's a painter in her free time and she creates, just to me, they're masterpieces. I could never do what she does. But it's all relative. I love the articulation of these figures. I love, seeing how creative other people have been, honestly, because this is work. I'm looking on the box to see where each of these little guns goes, because now that it's out, I want it all together. But to me, it's really a marvel to see how creative people are. I always wanted to be a manga artist, but I don't have the gift of drawing. I can write a story. But if I ever wanted to be, really in that world, I would have to rely on somebody who knows how to draw. I can't draw like that. I wish I could. I can write the story, but I can't do the art. So, we do what we can. We all have different gifts, and that is totally okay. Operate within your strengths and find your joy and path in life. So yeah, I am happy with this. Can he hold these? Oh, see, this is what I love. They're going back to some of the way the old figures work. Look, his fingers. Each finger moves individually. Oh, that's awesome. So his hands open and close. He's got a lot of spots where you can mount his weapons. And I know weapons aren't exactly PC these days, but anything that involves giant robots is going to involve weapons. It's just part of it. I have a whole set of Gundams that someone gave me, and I love Gundam, and a lot of them are from Gundam Wing that I want to put together as a story time and put together on the channel. So that will come eventually. Oh, that's where they can go. Okay, got it. So you can either shoulder mount or leg mount the weapon. So here he is in all of his completed glory. Got him. What do you think? Worth it? I think so. I am super happy with this purchase. It's the little things in life that make us happy. This made me happy. I hope it made you happy. Like, comment, and subscribe.